here's an easy one. Time to hit the sack. And that means it's time to go to sleep. Right? We also say time to hit the hay. And this comes from when in early America, most people were farmers. And people who farmed would have groups of men come around during particular seasons where the family would need help from lots of farm workers. They would need them to bring in crops, to harvest, to deal with the hay, you know, whatever needed doing on the farm. So where they would ask these men to sleep was not in the house, but in the barn. You know, and the barn is where the cows are. And
it was in the kibbutz.
Right, exactly. So yeah, sleep in the kibbutz. Well, in America we didn't have kibbutzim, so we had we had barns, and so that's where the men would often sleep on big sacks of corn and sacks of wheat, and they were like mattresses.
And we go on the beach, we sleep in the tent.
Right, exactly.
You sleep in the sack.
It's like a sleeping bag, right? So this would be like, you know, time to hit the sack, meaning like let's just crash and go to sleep. So here's another one. Now, a deck of cards, you know, when you play poker, you have cards, right? So all of the cards together is called a deck of cards.
Okay.
And so if we look at number 8, it says he's not playing with a full deck.
Okay.
Meaning there's some cards missing in there. Meaning someone who isn't playing with a full deck is someone who really doesn't have their complete sanity or mental abilities. You know, something's wrong with their head. Something's wrong with the way they are thinking.
Something's wrong in the skills, in the things.
Yeah, absolutely. It could be like the motor skills, but it could be like their judgment, like the decisions they make are just crazy, you know, like they don't make any sense. So if you say, look, he's not playing with a full deck, you're just saying something's a little odd, something's off with this guy, something very odd. Now here's another one, and it means the same thing. The lights are on, but nobody's home.
Okay.
Meaning they're walking, they're talking, they're having a life, but like, who's in there? Like, nothing.
He's very busy, but
yeah, it's like, who's running this thing? I mean, what? So it's talking about like a very stupid person or a, you know, kind of
a very concentration in them thinking.
Yeah, it's not so much that they're concentrating, but they're not concentrating at all. If you have watched that movie Legally Blonde with Reese Witherspoon from a long time ago, she was at first a perfect example of lights on, nobody's home. She's like, hi! Ooh, wonderful! Ooh, it's in pink! You know, like, what the hell, right? So, lights on, nobody's home. Lots of energy, not much thinking. Number 10, a few sandwiches short of a picnic basket. So you have a picnic basket, not enough sandwiches for a picnic. This is just a funny anyone, you know, which is, just, again, just saying, like, what's going on in there? Like, right, exactly. It's just like not playing with a full deck, lights on, nobody's home, a few sandwiches short of a picnic basket. Like, you can't really talk to that person as if they have everything working right in their head. Okay, so let's see, and number 2. Okay, and we'll get down to we'll just get down to 15, so you have time to practice. Number 11, that's the last straw. Okay, the last straw. A piece of straw is actually a piece of hay. Okay. But it's dried. You know, it's like the horses can't eat it anymore, so because it's dry, and now you put it in barns, and you know that's it. So the last straw is kind of like, you say it when you have finally hit the last or the final problem in a series of problems. Like, let's say, all right, let's talk about your son. Okay. But your son is a great guy. So let's pretend that you had a really terrible son. Really crappy son.
The terrible son in this school.
The terrible son, exactly. And he's home. He's 15 years old. All right? And his grades start to go down. And then he quits his job after school. So he's not working. He's not doing well in school. And then you walk in and you catch him smoking marijuana in your house. Right? No, you're getting angrier and angrier and angrier. You know, it's like one problem, one problem, one problem. And then you come home and you're like, get the freaking marijuana out of the house. You're going to get arrested. We're going to get in trouble. Knock it off. And you're trying to make this work, and everything that you're doing is not working. And, you know, now he gets in trouble with the police for fighting. All right, and you have to go get him out of the jail and take him to court, and you know, problem. And then finally you come home and there's a girl there sitting there, and you say, what's the deal? Who are you? And she says, your son got me pregnant, and now I'm going to have a baby.
Okay.
Right? Now at this point, you tell your son, that is the last straw. You are out of here.
So I cannot go to do more. Okay.
Exactly. I cannot take any more of this. I am fed up to here. You are out. I am done. That is the last straw.
Okay.
And